Christian Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents The Prayer of Unwanting. How the Lord's Prayer helps us get over ourselves, and why that might be a good thing. By David Williams. Narrated by Mike Chamberlain. Chapter 1. Why We Pray, or Don't. I'm not particularly great at praying. Even after 50-plus years of doing my best to follow Jesus, I often feel fumbly at it, uncertain. Pastors are supposed to be magically amazing at praying, radiant with our capacity for mystic incantations that summon angels who are at our beck and call. We're supposed to be sublimely confident, so pray that we'll pray at the drop of a hat. Not me. Thinking and writing and preaching and discussing? Sure. Stillness and walking meditations? Those I can do. If you call tasks like singing and washing dishes and taking out the trash, in and of themselves, prayer, then I'm good. It's not that the words don't come for me. After 20 years of ministry, words come easy. I can pop off an impromptu prayer at the drop of a hat. My struggle is with the words themselves, with the limitations of human language. My spoken prayers often feel so small, so inadequate. Here I am, a tiny ephemeral lump of life, humming the air around me with vibrations that serve as symbolic reference for those who live in my culture. These sounds are supposed to impress or convince or change the mind of the creator of the universe. They have no more power than the chittering of a frightened squirrel or the angry cawing of crows as they drive away an intruding red-tailed hawk. This is the sort of overthinking we Presbyterians are good at. Perhaps that's not the struggle you have with prayer. Maybe you're just looking for a way to pray that has meaning. Perhaps you're in a place of challenge where you're so shattered and broken that the right words never fall to hand. I've been in all those places myself. Or maybe you're yearning to step back into faith after a time away, but the whole idea of prayer still seems awkward or unnatural or pointless. When I returned to the Christian faith in my mid-20s, after walking away from it in my late teens, I struggled to pray. Prayer came hard to a pathological overthinker like me. My words always felt inadequate, no more meaningful than chicken scratches and barnyard soil relative to the creator of the universe. No amount of my rambling on meant anything. But here's the thing. I have learned to pray. I pray with words every single day, many times a day. Prayer is how I begin my mornings while I'm lying there and the snooze timer's counting down my minutes. I pray while walking, while running errands, while puttering about the house. I pray a whole bunch when I'm driving on the Beltway or tiptoeing my motorcycle over patches of ice on winding country roads during the winter. The question is, how? How can average or even deficient prayers like me pray? How can we go about this thing called prayer? There are many ways to pray. Almost as many as there are human beings. There are also countless books on the subject, some of which I perused as I prepared to write this one. Being a library sort of person, that's where I went, and there I discovered several shelves of books about prayer. Books from mystics, books from pastors, pastel-covered hardback books from TV preachers eager to sell you a prayer that'll make you prosper. It's sure done good for them. One day, I went searching for one book about prayer in particular. Though it was supposed to be right there on the library shelf, it wasn't. I thought. I went back and checked the catalog system. Yep, it was supposed to be there. Lord, help me find that book, I said, smiling to myself, and then went back. It still wasn't there. But like Inigo Montoya, guided by his sword in the woods, I was not to be denied.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?